Hello and welcome to the first, it's a bit of a dummy one, so this is the first Football League podcast Euro special. I am Lee, you know me as Football League Adventures, and my co-host here.
I am Mike.
So the plan is with this podcast is the first one, so nerves, that sort of thing, but plan is to bring you the football podcast on YouTube weekly, not every 6 months. So there's a reason behind that. I will delve into it maybe further on in the podcast. There's bound to be a reaction from it. So that's what I'm all about, though. I'm all about controversy, reactions, and backlash. So that's what you will get from me.
Let's face it, you do like stirring a pot.
I love stirring a pot. And a few people that when they watch this, I will probably get text messages. They will know I love stirring a pot. So, yeah. So today's podcast is we're going to bring you a little update on the Euros, what's happened so far, how we think it's going to go. And yeah, just from there, really. So it's a nice sit down, natural chat about football between two blokes.
Absolutely.
So
can't go more than that.
No. So Mike, so far, how do you think the Euros in total have gone with the games that have been played, as we are now 2 games into the competition?
I think it's all pretty much gone to form at the moment, isn't it? Really, teams that are expected to do well are picking up points. I wouldn't necessarily say they're playing well, but they're picking up the points that they're expected to have picked up kind of by now.
Yeah.
There's not been any real major surprise. There's nobody out of left field that's topping any group particularly at the moment. There's one group where everybody's on 3 points. Everything other than that, everything else has gone to form. Yeah. Some quality goals though in this tournament, I must say.
There's been some really good goals. And in
this era of tiki-taka passing, all the build-up and everything like that, to see a stat that I saw at the weekend to say that nearly 42% of all goals scored in this tournament have come from outside the box, compared to about 12%, I think, is across the rest of Europe. So it's really good to see. Brings some excitement to the game. Exactly,
and what I like about it is you've got the players like Musiala, the 16-year-old that plays for Barcelona.
Yeah.
Lamin Yol or something. I don't know.
If I attempt to say his name, I'm going to butcher his name.
Yeah. But the team I'm really behind and I thought played so well yesterday was Georgia. That I missed the game they had with Turkey because I heard it was a really, really good game.
I watched it and they ran out of steam. Really, and then to be fair, going back to about long range goals, the second goal Turkey scored, absolutely class. You no keeper in the world is stopping that, but they had chances. They had a big chance just before 90 minutes when it hit the post, sent the goalkeeper up. Goalkeeper had an opportunity to try and swing for it, got cleared out of the box, and obviously give away the third goal. But they've done themselves really, really proud, and you can see why Newcastle want their goalkeeper as well after yesterday's performance.
Yeah, he plays for Valencia, their goalkeeper. He is a really, really good goalkeeper. But yeah, I know what you mean by they ran out of steam, because watching that game against Czech Republic yesterday, and they ran out of steam near the end, and you could tell that's why it finished. I think it finished 1-1.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
But I know the team we need to talk about and have to talk about is
we
England.
Can't avoid talking about it. That's the problem.
No.
For all the reasons that we don't really want to be talking about, we've got to talk about.
Yeah, and that is Southgate's England, which I don't like Southgate. Simple as that. He got us to a final of the last Euros. We went 1 up, and then we went Southgate's way and sat back and defended that 1-goal lead. Which it does not work because we don't have the players to hold a 1-0 lead.
It's not necessarily having the players to do it, it's having the mentality to do it. I don't understand why for the first 20 minutes of every game, when you look at starting position most players, first 20 minutes is all up on the halfway line.
Yeah.
You know, you've got Kane, Foden, Saka, they're on the edge of the kind of the 18-yard box. And then as soon as they score, everybody's behind the ball.
Yeah.
I don't get it. We've got the best attacking six probably in the world. Germany, there's a few players around, but you talk about the collective six. You know, we've got more goals in that team, 230 somewhat goals in that team compared to anybody else in Europe.
Yeah.
And yet we're not using them. We're not utilising them.
The thing that bugs me is they say they need to give Kane time. He's played this season in Germany. How much more time do you need? He knows the grounds.
But it's like going into the World Cup in 18 that we carried injured players. Going into the Euros in 21, we were carrying injured players, and coming in today, we're still carrying injured players. Luke Shaw hasn't trained today. He's probably not going to play in the entire tournament now.
No, I know. Why bring an injured player with you?
The only left-footed left back that we picked.
Yeah, it's say no more.
But the trend started in 18, and the semi-final against Croatia went ahead from Trippier's free kick in minutes, and then defended that. Went ahead against Italy again inside the first few minutes. Defended that. France, we went ahead and tried to defend that, and came to penalty, and we've done it in the last two games.
But how do you let someone like Tuchemane score a goal like that France scored against us? It was just.
But look at the Denmark goal.
The Denmark goal's the same.
It was our throw-in. We give the ball away, and outside of the box. Should Pickford have saved it? Probably. May have seen it a bit late, but he should really, he should be saving that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think we created another chance of note for the game.
No, we didn't. And I think that's what's going to be our undoing. I do not see us getting past the round of 16. I think it's going to be a real struggle. And playing like that, if we come against one of the big boys, then they're going to hammer us. And they're going to hammer us badly.
I think we'll probably get through. As long as we top the group, we'll go through round of 16. Because if we don't top the group, we've got Germany, and we got no chance.
I've tipped them to win, by the way.
Yeah.
I've tipped Germany, the way they're playing, and going on to Germany, actually. Because I've had enough of England now. They're done. I can't be bothered.
He's done with it.
Yeah. But going on to Germany, I've tipped them to win. A lot of people don't agree with me.
How do you bet against the Germans in tournament football, and then bet against the Germans in tournament football at home?
Exactly. And they got
Germans.
They got Nagelsmann in charge, so he always gets the best out of the team. Look at what he did with Leipzig. Bayern, I don't think he got a fair shout at Bayern.
Yeah, I think it was very politically motivated.
Yeah.
To be fair.
But
I think his age at Bayern didn't do him any favours, because he's trying to tell.
Oh, what, a young manager?
Yeah, he's trying
a big club.
Yeah, he's trying to. He's trying to tell these players how to play football, and bearing in mind that he was following Hitchfeld and Klopp and things, and he stood no chance.
Yeah,
tried to change too much and just lost all the players.
Yeah, but I think Nagelsmann is going to do it for Germany this year.
He's out of contract now, isn't he, after the tournament?
No, he's 2026. Same like Southgate.
No, Southgate's contract's due in December.
Is it?
Yeah. Southgate's contract expires in December.
I think I might apply for the job. I've got football manager experience.
I keep telling you, your football manager CV doesn't mean squat.
But you can't say that, because it's worse. People have got jobs. People have got jobs from football manager.
You're not going to get the England job with an FM CV. I'm sorry, I need to break that to you now.
You do a better job than Southgate. I wouldn't have Harry Kane in there all the time. Definitely wouldn't have Maguire. I know he's injured, but he would not be picked.
Well, yeah, if he wasn't injured, he'd be in that team with me, let's face it.
Exactly. And Dunk I know I'm a Brighton fan, but Dunk would be not in it either. But then Dunk hasn't been picked to play.
I mean, Dunk didn't play in the World Cup. He didn't play in the World Cup.
Palmer hasn't played.
That's a travesty.
You've got one of the best attacking midfielders in the league last season, who was second to Haaland in top goal scorers and had the most goal involvements for Chelsea. and he sits him on the bench for 2 games, and he sits there, and you see him, and he's just like, "What am I doing here?"
Yeah.
And I don't like Anthony Gordon, but he is a good footballer, and he's sitting there looking, going,
You can't argue with his arrogance.
"You've got to be arrogant as a player
Yeah.
now, though."
You do, especially to play in the position that he plays. You've got to back yourself.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So you've got to back yourself, no matter what. But yes, I think he needs, for Slovenia game, he needs to change around that team. He needs to play Palmer, needs to play Gordon.
And can we also accept the Trent Alexander-Arnold experiment failed?
Do you know?
It failed. It beyond failed.
I didn't even know Trent was playing the other night.
I remember you saying.
Till he had a pass. I was like, oh, Trent's playing. He disappears.
The problem is he gets lost. He's put in there for his passing ability, and all I saw him do on Tuesday was give the ball away. So
Yeah.
Great one.
Yeah, exactly. He's not playing the players in the right position. Trent is not a midfielder. He's a defender.
And it's an inverted right back, really. That new thing.
And as soon as Southgate realises that, then it's going to work. But until then, and don't play Foden on the left. He's not a left-sided player. It's
drop Bellingham back to Rice, put Foden behind Kane, and then Saka and Gordon, I guess.
Gordon, yeah.
Because he's not
really. Rest Saka and play Palmer on the right, so he can move in.
Yeah. I think that's his Palmer's natural position.
No, he's behind the striker.
Yeah.
But it's not looking good for England. And I don't see it getting any better while Southgate is in charge.
No.
It's not going to happen. So obviously I said that I think Germany are going to win the Euros just because of the players like Musiala, Florian Ritz, is it?
Yeah. It's also in these types of tournaments, it's very difficult to bet against the home nation. Generally the winners of these tournaments outside of probably France and Spain.
France 98.
I was talking about Euros and World Cup, but yeah.
But like home nation wise.
Yeah, home nation wise, they generally always do well, and you can't. It's difficult to get bet against the Germans on their own patch.
Oh god, yeah. It's shown it so far.
It's their fans, it's their stadiums, it's natural for them. It's like realistically, if Euro 21, if England had been playing anywhere else in Europe other than Wembley at 21, we might not have got as far as we did.
Yeah, exactly. We had home advantage.
The crowd plays a big part of that. You're in your own natural surroundings. You're in your own area. You're in your own surroundings. You're in your own home sometimes for a lot of it. Yeah. So it's there's no difference to what your normal day would be like.
No, exactly. And I think France, I don't really see doing much of what I've seen so far. They were poor against the Holland-France game was poor.
Yeah, but there's France have, without Mbappe, France have no fear factor.
Do they have a fear factor with Mbappe?
Mbappe gives a fear factor because it keeps defences when Mbappe plays can't sit as high as they'd want. Because whatever you say about his pace is electric.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
He is so quick. So France on transition, when they have Mbappe, can move up the pitch so much quicker, and he draws defenders. So then people like Griezmann or Ousmane Dembele
can then move,
can get into space between the lines, can get in between the centre back, between the centre backs, because they're all focused on where Mbappe is.
Yeah,
they lose track of where they are, and that's what gives them that edge. When there is no Mbappe, you get like you saw against Holland.
Yeah,
and to be fair, why am I not surprised that there's a controversial VAR decision that involves English referees?
Oh, it's Simmons, wasn't it? That his goal should have stood.
Yeah.
And then,
there's a lot of debate about whether
English refs
interfering with the goalkeeper or not.
But then you could say, sort of just going on to the Premier League, you could say last season, Ben White undoing goalkeeper's gloves.
Yeah.
And
at Spurs,
against Spurs and get away, and they didn't pick up on it.
The problem is with using the camera angles is there's one angle of the Simmons goal that looks from down from the centre circle, so the goal's in front of you, and you're looking at that, and it does look like he's in the way.
Yeah.
Because the goalkeeper's kind of leaning around him to see where the ball is.
Right.
So you could say that at that point, effectively, could be classed as interfering. But when you look at the camera from behind the goal, you can see that the goalkeeper actually has a fairly reasonable line of sight because it's come from quite a distance. It's not like it's within the edge of the 6-yard box. It's come from a bit of a distance. But it's English referees and it's VAR. Of course, there's going to be controversy. But France without Mbappe, that's the performance you get.
Yeah, I mean, I caught the last 20 minutes of it and I was like, oh God.
Because there's defenders know they can push on because Giroud's not quick. Griezmann isn't particularly quick. Dembele's quick, but he hasn't got the control.
I'm surprised he's not been injured yet.
Or the ability to deliver a pass like Mbappe has.
Yeah.
So he does make that team significantly better. Despite whatever you think about him as a footballer, he changes the dynamic of that team, and it's all built around him. They've built that team around him. You can see as it's evolved in the time that he's been in the team.
Yeah, I mean,
he is the outball.
Yeah, I think I'm just going off from the last 2 tournaments I've seen him in. There was one, was it the last Euros? He was just like, he just wasn't there.
Yeah, but then they got to the final of the World Cup, didn't they?
But then you look at the World Cup and he had a much better, didn't have an electric tournament, but he had a better tournament.
But you can see, if you take that World Cup in itself, you can see what the point I'm saying. Defenders across, because Griezmann was their top scorer, I think, But that all comes because they're all focused on Mbappe.
Yeah,
and what he creates and what he can do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've got to admit, Mbappe is a good player. It's just some of these players, I'd like to see how they do in the Premier League, and not take the easy route of going from France to Spain, because they're sort of the same league.
To a degree, but English teams are built to win the Premier League. Spanish, Italian, French teams are built to win the Champions League because that's where the money is. So it's why traditionally they do better in Europe. You look at Real Madrid, that team is built with the sole purpose of winning the Champions League.
That team next season.
PSG built that team with the idea of winning the Champions League.
And it hasn't happened.
No, it hasn't happened. But that's what they tried to build the team for. It weren't to win the French League, because they can do that without breaking out a second gear. It's to win in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just going off from Euros, we sort of dived into foreign clubs, but little diversion, as the seagull just said. I see Real Madrid next season being a deadly team up front.
Problem is with Real Madrid next season, they get a problem. Who
do you play?
Yeah, Ancelotti's got an issue. He's got a problem, because how do you fit all those players?
You've got to fit Endrick, Mbappe, Bellingham,
Vinicius Junior,
and
the team Rodrigo. Yeah.
5 you got to fit. I mean, Endrick will probably be coming off the bench, so you could play Mbappe, Bellingham behind, and then the other 2 out and wide.
Yeah, but there's no natural forward player. They're all running behind. They're all quite pacey. They want to break the line, the offside trap. So it puts more emphasis on Bellingham, I guess, to be the provider and creator.
Yeah,
but I think the easiest way to beat Real Madrid is to stop the quick counter. Is how you react to it in transition. Yeah,
no, absolutely.
Keep the ball, and you'll stay on top of Real Madrid. When you lose the ball in anywhere between the halfway line and probably the edge of the 18-yard box, you got problems. Especially if you play for example, like Spurs do, with their kamikaze high line, which seems to be the trend in world football. You're going to have a problem.
The Ange effect.
That's where Real Madrid will hit you.
Yeah. But going back to Euros, little diversion, always keep you on your toes. What do we think of Spain so far in this tournament?
It's what I'd expect from Spain.
Yep.
Yeah, they're still a reasonably young team. I mean, they're playing their 16-year-old guy from Barcelona.
I mean, he's good. What I've seen of him so far is exceptional.
The thing that Spain need to overcome is the Morata's goals will dry up eventually. That's been proven in the last couple of tournaments.
Yeah.
Stop Morata. When Morata's goals dry up, they have a problem because they can't walk the ball in the net.
No.
They ran into it at the World Cup, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
they couldn't score. They had all of the ball, couldn't score.
No.
Didn't really create too many great chances.
No, but then I think of Morata, and to me, I mean, what I've seen, he's not a natural goal scorer, but
he's a very good finisher.
Yeah.
So he gets himself in positions, but he's not one of those that needs one chance to score. He needs like 3, 4, 5 chances to score.
Yeah, exactly.
Can take the difficult chances easy and make the easy chances look difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
So the thing is for Spain is how do they overcome that? Who's going to get the goals when it's not coming from Morata? Where I still don't see a plan B from them.
Yeah.
If plan A doesn't work, then we're going to keep going with plan A until plan A does something that we want it to do.
Yeah, I still see Spain being a threat.
Oh yeah, they'll be a threat. They'll go deep. They'll go deep in the tournament. I don't think they could win it until they can find someone that can consistently score them goals. That is still going to be their Achilles heel.
Yeah,
and they've not really shown anything so far that says that it's going to happen.
No, exactly. So yeah, I think this tournament's going to be something special because obviously now the third team qualify, the best third team qualify.
Yeah, it will be close. I mean, there is a scenario somewhere where Scotland can draw tonight and go through as the best third place team on 2 points. I'm sorry, but that doesn't do the tournament's integrity any good whatsoever.
No,
really. How does a team that gets absolutely whooped 5-1 in the first game then get a lucky draw against Switzerland, which by the way everybody was raving about the performance? They were awful.
Yeah,
they were absolutely awful. They got a lucky own goal. Got done by what I would consider probably one of the top 3 goal of the tournament from Shaqiri, considering he hit it first time.
Yeah.
And then they could potentially go through to the next phase. No.
Was that an own goal? Did they give it to McTominay in the end?
Well, by letter of the law, if the shot's on target and it gets deflected, if it's incidental or someone trying to make clearance and it goes in, it counts as the striker's goal. But it's still an own goal. It was not going in; it was going straight into the goalkeeper's gloves, and until the defender swung a leg and it goes in the top right-hand corner. Because it was originally classified as an own goal, but then it was corrected later on.
Okay. So just throw a little curveball. Just going to go back to the beginning of the podcast. What do you think of the intro?
I retain my right to remain silent.
Will I get backlash from it?
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, I'm more likely to hear about it than you are.
Well,
let's not lie about it.
You probably will first.
Yeah.
And then I'll get a message or something going, yeah, your intro caused a bit of trouble. But
you know what they say, start as you mean to go on, and within 30 seconds, that's where we're at.
That's what you'll find in this podcast going forward. This today is just a soft launch till we do our proper one next weekend when the Championship, League 1 and League 2 fixtures come out.
Maybe not a proper one. It's still a proper.
Well, this is a proper podcast.
Don't sell it short. No, you got people that are going to be tuning in. Don't sell it short. No, come on.
Welcome to the proper podcast.
There you go.
But our real,
got to keep him in line.
Our real sort of getting our teeth into it is going to be next weekend.
Yeah,
because it's the start of the Championship. League
It's the
One,
Football
League
League
Two.
Adventures, yeah. It's Football Leagues.
Yeah, and starting next week, I'm going to know what the first season game I'm going to is, and I'm going to let into a little bit of how the channel's changing, how the videos are changing, and you're going to see that the videos are changed to more of a season, so like season 1, season 2 sort of thing, not just videos put out.
Fair enough.
There's more.
You're going to have the number of games without a 0-0 clock in the corner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 59.
Yeah, I know.
50. So
I'm more impressed you've been to 59 games in the last couple of years.
So
that's the more impressive thing.
Yeah. So last season was counting 59 games where there hasn't been a 0-0 that I've been to. So the streak still goes. It's a better streak than the Undertaker's at WrestleMania.
Well, it can't be done by bad creatives, can it?
Exactly. But I don't know. I'm creating the videos.
Yeah, but you're not in control of the. I'm going to put a 0-0 there.
Yeah, 0-0. But yeah, I'm quite excited for next season and where my travels take me, because it won't just be Lewis, Ogner, and all that sort of thing. It's going to be.
Well, yeah, you're not tied down by your season ticket, right?
No, got rid of my season ticket at Brighton. So
I'm still going. So
he's still going.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that saves £100 a month on, and that's them putting money into the channel and into travel and everything. You're going to see a lot more of Amy on the channel as well. She's got her little segments in the videos, but it's going to be a change. I've actually got to write down and script my videos this time. As the last time, it was just turn up, film, done. So yeah, and then we've got a game on the 16th of July, which is Lewis Crawley,
the first pre-season friendly.
And then I've got Bognor Pompey on the 20th of July, and we're going to try and do Dorking home.
Yeah, so
Dorking away at Worthing, aren't we?
Yeah, potentially, depending on how that rolls around with a hospitality training somewhere.
Yes, and going to be more hospitality videos as well. And I like to see Dorking. Dorking's a lovely ground. Dorking's a really nice ground. And if you
and you never know, if you watch the bunch of amateurs with Dorking, you might see Lee just on his phone, just completely oblivious to what's going on around
in the
him.
background.
In the background, just leaning over the fence, just on his phone, just completely oblivious, looking so serious. Like he's really deep in thought. Like
I was the only one standing. I was standing on my own.
No, I know you were. Which is what's more amusing is the fact you're the only person standing there in the ground on their own, and yet you were still caught on camera, not knowing what's going on. Great.
I know, yeah.
I loved it. It was brilliant.
Yeah, so if you go on, I think it's episode 50.
Yeah.
When they played Sully Hull. So, actually, speaking of that, I know this is going to be a Euros one, but we'll come back to Euros in a minute. I want to try and do Wembley at least 3 times at the end of the season with playoff final games. So non-league.
You're not being slightly greedy there at all, are you?
No. So non-league, League 1, League 2, 4 actually, because of the double cup final day as well, which I did this season.
5.
No, 4.
5 games.
League 1, League 2. Oh yeah, double cut. Yeah, right.
Work it out. It takes a minute.
Yeah.
4 visits, 5 games.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the plan.
I can do the maths for you.
For this season, and also I am off to Belgium to go and video for KSK Bevan, and hopefully I'm off to Germany.
Yes.
To Berlin. So he's quite jealous about that. To Berlin. It's like big German side now in Division 2. So yeah, hopefully filming for them as well, which would be good. Yes, yeah. Scotland as well. I think we're going to try to go to Wales, aren't we?
Yes.
Newport
Yeah.
definitely.
Yes.
Wrexham, I think, is going to be impossible to get tickets for because obviously they've gone up a division again this season.
Yeah. No, but their new stands do it seems.
Yeah, yeah. I still think it's going to be quite hard.
Yeah, I don't think you. Yeah.
Unless anyone out there is from Wrexham, and
you are not.
Yeah,
Oh.
and maybe wants to throw a ticket my way, I'll pay for it and like buy drinks and that when I'm there.
This is borderline begging, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Just so we...
I want a ticket to Wrexham. Give me a ticket. That's what I want. I want to meet Ryan and Rob and put my ideas across to them.
Yeah. You got more chance winning the lottery, mate, but carry on.
Yeah.
That's right, I'm trying to go Anfield this season anyway. Why not?
They'll be fighting relegation, mate, if Arnie Slot in charge. Arnie Slot. But back to Euros, Luke Tandem. So also we covered France, England, Germany, Spain. Do you see there being any smaller nations that could spring a surprise? Not obviously not like a Greece back in 2004, but could there be a team you've looked at that are like, well, actually they look quite tasty?
It's depending on who. One of the third places could throw a bit of a surprise. Switzerland look good.
Switzerland look good.
Switzerland look
Austria?
pretty good.
You think, or
Portugal? I'd say Portugal are pretty dark horses. They'll go deep.
Thing is, though, would you class Portugal as sort of or would you class them? You've got class them as a big nation still.
When people talk about like they're talking about Europe, they still consider the top 5 leagues.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So anything outside of that, bearing in mind you look at the.
To be fair, yeah, you look at it as a smaller nation, aren't you?
Yeah, and look at the squad is aging. I mean, Pepe was 41 playing yesterday.
Ronaldo's 37. He's still younger than me.
Yeah, and that still itchy. It's quite funny.
I know.
I'd say Portugal. You know, they could spring a surprise or two. Switzerland looked pretty good, which knows. And I would have said Turkey, but they got.
Yeah, no, they.
Yeah, I would say Turkey.
They got humbled by Portugal.
They got very
yesterday.
humbled yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
But what are the games tonight at 8:00? It's Group A, isn't it? Rest of Group A.
It is rest of Group A.
So it's Scotland,
Hungary,
Germany, Switzerland would be a good game.
So if Switzerland get a result from that, any type of result, I'd say they really carry that momentum through because they come through the test against Hungary really well. They obviously managed to claw themselves back against a Scotland team that were literally playing for the point, and the point suited Switzerland to get 4 points. They're going through regardless. You know, there's very few people that don't go through with 4 points. They get the result for Germany. It gives them a lot of confidence, especially them remaining unbeaten through the group stage. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. I think Switzerland could be a little dark horse. I think they're going to put up a fight against Germany tonight. They're not going to.
They won't roll over.
They won't roll over.
They won't roll over by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
But I think because if they come second, they end up with us, don't they?
Yeah. So
it'd be interesting to see how, you know.
And that's quite a scary thought.
Yeah.
Because how we're playing,
we could get done by Switzerland, and then you think they're in the quarterfinals at that point.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with tournament football, anything can happen.
Exactly, because you can't take a side like that easy. Because look at Iceland.
Yeah.
Did us in the tournament and did us in a friendly.
Yeah, I know. It's the alarm bells ringing at that point.
They've done us twice. But
really,
yes, it's one of those tournaments that this year I think anything can happen. You're probably going to see in the knockout stage. You're going to see some shocks. And yeah, England. I don't being English. You've got to be like, it's coming home. It's not coming home because we've never won it, so it can't come home.
Yeah, whatever was the thing. I mean, that's just.
World Cup.
So talking about it.
World Cup, yes, you can say it's coming home because we've won it. The Euros, we've never won it. So you get all these fans going, it's coming home. It's not. We're not even one hand on it. We feel like a fingernail.
Like how much humble pie will we end up eating if we actually do win?
Yeah, so if we go back and watch this England win and then we're here, I will. I'll tell you what.
We'll have to start that one off with a retraction, I think.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, God, I'm not going to do this.
If England win, I will get a tattoo with an England badge the year they won the Euros saying I was wrong. There you go. It's out there in the internet now.
I am definitely not doing that. Just saying, I am definitely not doing that.
You don't like betting against me, do you?
No, I absolutely do not like betting against you because I don't win ever.
But I will get a tattoo with an England badge. I'll go on further. Southgate's face saying I was wrong and the year they won it. Oh, there we go. I will do that if England win it. I know they're not going to. If they win it.
That's definitely going to be a video, by the way. I'm definitely going to film that.
But 100%. I will do that. I will get a picture of Gareth Southgate's face on my arm with the year he won it. Saying I was wrong. He was right.
What you really want to do at that point is if you have Southgate's face and just at the top that says Southgate is God and underneath it say I was wrong.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
You know, if you really want to, I'm definitely not doing that.
No, he gets in trouble when he bets against me because he did
I've lost far too much money to you.
£50 bet, and I said when they got Newcastle got taken over, that they will finish top 4, get Champions League. What happened, Mike?
Spurs let me down because they beat Spurs 5-1. Because they actually fell away at a point in the season. I was City quite pretty.
That was FA Cup semi-final. We were at Wembley.
Yeah, it was.
There's all these fans cheering.
No. It wasn't the fact that the fans were cheering. It's the fact that there was a steward who was quite clearly a Newcastle fan that just started running down the concourse, celebrating, waving his arms in the air.
Oh, it was
he was at a rave. And at this point, I was just like, no.
Yeah, it was funny. Actually, that comes to a good point, actually, about when you're going to games and stuff like that. So we went to Brighton Man United FA Cup semi-final 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, it was the worst time getting back.
It was awful.
And I've experienced that twice now, and that was coming back from an England game. No, from a Europa League game at Brighton, where UEFA had sorted everything out. And it was when they played Ajax at home. And
well, mine wasn't too bad because I just got part of the worst experience I've had leaving any game of football outside of the FA Cup was the Women's Euros. It took me 3.5 hours to get home. When I 3 miles up the road.
See, we got back really early for that.
Yeah, well, I stayed. The kids wanted to stay to the end to celebrate, and then there was just no transport. Couldn't get squat. I lived literally 3 miles away from the stadium. It took me 3 hours to get home.
Yeah,
how does that happen?
We got back quite quick from that. That was I don't like UEFA the way they do stuff. There's no thought goes into it. They just, and it shows it in the Euros this season with England's first
Serbia, wasn't it? Serbia, there was an issue with transport and everything. Yeah,
to get out of that ground.
Yeah.
And did you see the video of the bloke waking up in the stadium at 4:30 in the morning?
I mean, how does that happen?
He was freezing.
How does someone get locked in a football stadium?
It just goes to show that they don't check out there. I've fallen asleep at a game before. Southampton.
Yeah, but there's a difference between falling asleep at a game and then being left in the stadium.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Two very different things.
Yeah,
I've fallen asleep during a pre-season friendly before now.
Yeah, your youngest is good at falling asleep.
Yeah, but there's a difference between falling asleep at a game of football when you've had too much to drink
and then waking up at 4:30 in the morning in Schalke's ground.
Exactly. Yeah, there's 2 things just don't correlate. Doesn't add up.
I got to admit though, so far this Euros, the fans have made the Euros.
Oh, the fans have been amazing.
The bloke falling asleep with a pint on his head.
Yeah.
And they're trying to fill it up.
When you look at and this is the other thing that about going back into England, you look at the atmosphere in during the England game, it's silent.
Yeah.
Because against Denmark, 90% of that stadium looked like it was all England. Because all you could see was just these England flags and things everywhere, and that looks really cool from a visual point of view when you're seeing it on telly. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
The England game was that bad on Tuesday night that I started trying to see how many Football League clubs I could see on the flags because I was that bored during the game.
It was bad.
But that's what we do as fans, but better than most. We create it, we turn it into our stadium, effectively. Yeah. But when you were watching like Switzerland, Hungary, and there was just this sea of red, so obviously both teams, and they're bouncing up and down and they're making noise and it just makes for such
an atmosphere.
Better game. Turkey, Georgia. Those Georgia fans did not stop.
Yeah, I was gutted on that game.
They did not stop for the entire game. And when they scored, oh my lord!
Yeah,
it was going out. The stadium was going absolutely crazy.
Yeah, no, it's good. The fans do make the games sometimes. I was watching the Portugal game yesterday, and they had 4 pitch invasions.
Yeah, that's not right.
Just to get a pitch. I mean, the first one Ronaldo found quite funny because this kid managed to dodge 5 stewards on the way back. Very funny. And then they were like, "Oh, we've got to stop again. There's another one." And then the third one was a grown-sized man.
Yeah, but Roberto Martinez made a really good point. That he's saying they were lucky that they had good intentions because that could have been.
Oh, it could have been a lot worse. They could have wanted to, do some damage to Ronaldo or something like that.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, you're talking about how good the tournament's been and how great some of the goals have been and how much better the football to kind of watch because it feels like because there's only 3 games, there's a lot more urgency to the games than there should be in England. And then something like that happens, which could literally, it overshadows the whole tournament. They had to cancel it to stop the tournament. It's all about player welfare and everything like that. It's just shouldn't be allowed to happen.
No.
Now,
shouldn't be allowed to happen.
There's enough cameras, there's enough stewards around. They should be able to see it happening before it happens.
Exactly.
You should be able to just see it, and it's just not right.
No, it's not. It did overshadow a bit, but Portugal put on a good performance. They won 3-0. And they're going to go through.
What do you make of the Dutch?
The Dutch are a weird one because they haven't been good for years. The Dutch. It goes right back to. This is World Cup as well. It goes back to like '98.
Well, they got to the final in 2012, I want to say.
But that's the best they've been.
Yeah, the Battle of Spain, where quite frankly, the English referee, it's like they could have sent out 4 players off in that game. It was grim. But it's not even like you're talking about like club identities and stuff like that. They don't even play flamboyant football anymore. No, the Dutch was the total football. That was Dutch football. That was them. That's what they brought to Europe. Brought to the world effectively. And they don't even do that anymore.
Oh no, it was Amy calling. I was going to get on the podcast. She'll probably call me back in a minute. It's the Dutch haven't been good since 2012. And they're not. I don't think they're going to do much this tournament. So, they go quarterfinals. I say.
Probably so.
So I'm going to go. So. My prediction.
So if you had to name your final 4, for example.
Final 4.
Who you got?
Germany, France, Spain, Portugal.
Yeah, this is irrespective of who wins what.
Yeah, we don't know who's going to go through yet or anything like that. What about you then?
Same as I've pretty much same as you, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't see.
Maybe Switzerland to spring a surprise in there.
Yeah.
Because I can't work out if they play if they finish second and they finish top. It's not beyond the realms of possibility for them to beat England, especially if a game finishes draw and goes to penalties. Lord only knows what happens there. But
we don't talk about penalties.
I can't think of who they get in the quarterfinals. But it's not beyond the realms of possibility there.
I think it's Germany. I think if they depending where they finish, there's a possibility of they face Germany.
Face Germany. Well, if they pick up a result against Germany, it will give confidence, and it'll be one hell of a game.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
So it's not beyond the realms of Switzerland to possibly do something. Portugal, as I said, they're a bit of a dark horses, and had to maybe ping one out of left field, possibly Austria or Romania.
Well, I got Slovakia in sweepstakes. So I'm saying Slovakia going to win the whole thing, and I'm going to win £140.
Good luck with that.
Don't bet against me.
Yeah, but no.
But yes, right.
No. That's not happening.
No, it's not. Slovakia going out in group stages.
And then Germany win.
Yeah, Germany going to win it. Musiala's too good. Florian Wirtz is too good. Rudiger is still a solid defender for his age. Manuel Neuer is shown dodgy signs.
I would not be surprised if Stegen ended up in goal.
Yes.
If Neuer drops a clanger, he'll be straight out of that team.
Oh, good. Yeah. He's always
got a mistake in him.
Yeah, I don't want to say he's starting to show his. Well, yeah, he's starting to show his age as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's in the team because what he can do with the ball at his feet is.
Yeah, but he had a few close calls.
Yeah, and that's
against Hungary.
Yeah,
against Hungary. Yeah, a few close calls.
Yeah, so if there is a mistake in him.
Oh yeah, by far there's a mistake.
He's not had. I know he's been injured part of the season, but I don't think he's shown particularly well with Bayern. No. So it wouldn't surprise me if they make that change at some point soon.
Yeah, I think they need to do something because he's not getting any younger. He's only getting worse. He's like Oliver Kahn. Oliver Kahn played longer than he should have.
Yeah, but I thought Kahn was a better keeper.
Oh yeah, Kahn was like.
I always thought Kahn was a better goalkeeper.
German Schmeichel.
Yeah.
It's just like he was a unit. It's not a goalkeeper. Score many passes, but exactly. But we are going to leave it there for the first one. Nice 47 minutes, so you've got that to enjoy once it uploads. It's been a nice little chat. So going forward, we're going to go back, review everything now, iron out a few little things.
Change the intro.
Intro stays.
It was worth a try.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Like I said, topics, anything like that. If someone was put in the comments for next week's one to do with Championship down to non-league, don't do Premier League. If anyone's got any questions or anything like that they want to put in the comments and ask, and going forward, I'll gladly answer. Well, we'll answer questions, anything like that. Intros are doing intros for a little while till he says not to anymore.
Oh, and like you're going to listen to me.
Yeah, that's true. But yes, so we're going to go now, and this will be reviewed, little tweaking, and then it's going to be uploaded tonight, not in 6 months' time. So it's goodbye. So it's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.
And see you next week. Bye.
Keep shaking my head at you.